Hello and welcome to Sheba Online Classes Standard 10. With this, I'll be finishing off the first 3 units. Alright, the third unit, supplementary, that is the story of Mulan. Everybody would have heard this, no? Story of Mulan. Then many CDs have come out, animated, and that is using characters also. Many films have come out, Disneyland films, isn't it? So I think you would have seen many of you would have seen this. If you have seen or not seen also, I'll be putting the whole story is as I'm narrating, you will see pictures. Okay, so visually if you see it, no, then only you will understand more and you will retain it in your mind forever. Okay, so that is why we are taking, school is taking so much trouble to make you understand, make you more interested in studying. Okay, that is why. Alright, so let me start with the story. The real story of Mulan. The original story of Mulan is based on an ancient Chinese folk story called Ballad of Mulan. In Chinese, Mulan means magnolia flower. Hua Mulan has been popular tale since Wei Tang dynasty. Mulan is a byword for heroism. The story is a household tale to encourage girls to be brave or to make a man out of you, as the popular saying goes. This story was created during the period when the northern region of China was frequently invaded by the Han people along the northern border. Now on the screen you will be seeing the characters in this story, the story of Mulan. First it is the main character Mulan, and then her father Fa Zhou, and next is the emperor of China. So let's start the story. Many years ago, China was in the middle of a great war. The emperor said and made an announcement that one man from each Chinese family must leave his family to join the army. Mulan, a teenage girl who lived in a faraway village of China, heard the news. Then Mulan's father was getting ready to leave, and he packed his bag and prayed to his ancestors, took his sword. Just then Mulan interrupted, telling him that he was weak and unfit to fight as a soldier in the war. She begged him to let her take up his place. While the family sat down to have dinner, they discussed the matter, but no one supported Mulan, saying that she is a girl and girls cannot join the army. She said that she was trained in Kung Fu, but her request went in vain because Mulan's father said that she will be killed if they find out that she is a girl. That night, she goes to her room, cuts off her hair to short, put on a man's clothing and cleverly disguised as a young boy, and sneaked inside her father's room, took his sword and armor and galloped away on a family horse. When her family awakens, they realize that Mulan had left them. It was a sad moment for them. She reached the campsite where the army officials were recruiting men. Mulan was registered and she was so overjoyed to join the emperor's army. Soon she learned the tactics of warfare. As she knew Kung Fu, it helped her a lot. To restore her family and country's honor, she fought fiercely with the Huns. In the army, Mulan proved to be a brave soldier. In time, she was put in charge of other soldiers. Her battles went so well that she was put in charge of more soldiers. Her battles kept on going well. After a few years, Mulan was given the top job. She would be general of the entire army. Not so long after that, a very bad fever swept through the army. Many soldiers were sick, and Mulan, the general of the army, became sick too. When the doctor came out of Mulan's tent, he knew the truth. The truth is, "General is a woman," yelled the soldiers. "How can this be?" Some called out, "She tricked us, and we will not fight for a woman," she said. They said, "Punish her, make her pay. The cost is for her to die." But others called out in voices just as loud, With Mulan, we win every battle. They said, stay away from our general. Just then a soldier ran up. Everyone, he said, a sudden attack is coming. Get ready, get ready. Then Mulan heard this from inside her tent. She got dressed and went outside immediately. She was not yet strong, but stood tall. She told the soldiers where they must go to hide so they could attack when the enemy came. But they must get there fast. The soldiers, even those who did not like that their general was a woman, could tell that Mulan knew what she was talking about. It worked. The battle was won. It was such a big victory that the enemy gave up at last. The war was over and China was saved. You can be sure that after that last battle, no one cared anymore that Mulan was a woman. The emperor was so glad that Mulan had ended the long war. He set aside the rule about being a woman. Mulan, stay with me in the palace, he said. Someone as smart as you would be a fine royal advisor. Mulan bowed deeply. You are too kind, sire, she said. But if you please, what I wish most of all is to return home to my family. Then at least take these fine gifts, said the emperor. So everyone at your home and village will know how much the emperor of China thinks of you. Mulan returned to her village with 6 fine horses, 6 fine swords. Everyone cheered that she was safe. The person who had saved China was their very own Mulan. So this is the story of Mulan. Hope everybody liked it. Okay, I'll be taking a little bit of grammar also. So the grammar portion is compound words. It is there in your book back. So all the exercises are given there. We just go through it. Okay, now I'll explain to you what are compound words, right? Compound words are the combination of 2 or more words. 2 or more words, that function as a single word with proper meaning. For example, say sun, shine, isn't it? Sun is a separate word, shine is a separate word. So both together, sunshine is a separate word, isn't it? Sun is a separate, it is a solar system, head of a solar system, and then shine means anything can shine, isn't it? Now both you mix together, sunshine, sunshine, that is sunlight, sunshine. Alright, sunlight also is another one word. So there are so many, and in this there are categories and categories. What is it? Like noun and noun plus verb, gerund plus word. So like that it goes on. So now next I'll be taking about each one. Each one I'll explain to you. Because compound word is not any compound word. They will give you, in the exam they will tell you compound word with using a noun and a noun. So there should be 2 nouns, okay. Common nouns, whatever. That is your proper, you know what are the nouns? Nouns, common nouns and proper nouns are there. That you have to mix and write, okay. Then next verb, noun plus verb. Then gerund plus verb. Gerund plus noun, like that it goes on. Prepositional noun. So I'll give you the category now. So till now you understood what is compound word. Now here these are the categories. See that? Noun plus noun. And then noun plus verb. Verb plus noun. Preposition plus noun. Gerund plus noun. Now what is this? Noun plus noun. Noun can be common noun. 2 nouns. See that? Kitchen is a common noun. Garden is a separately common noun. Both together, kitchen is a separate place where we cook, and then a garden is separate. Where in front of the house you have a garden, isn't it? So 2 separate nouns. Now joined together, you will find a different meaning. So it comes kitchen garden. What's a kitchen garden? Where do you grow a kitchen garden? We grow it on the terrace, isn't it? We'll have a terrace garden. Terrace garden is kitchen garden. We grow tomatoes, chilies, pudina, all these kind of whatever we need for the kitchen. Okay, some vegetables which can be easily grown. That is known as kitchen garden. A small space is enough for us. A small place in a balcony or a terrace, a small place we need, that is enough. So see, two common nouns are formed to make a new word. Kitchen, garden, 2 noun plus noun. So they'll be giving you this. This is the question. They'll be giving you this. You have to form the word. Okay, it is your wish. You can form the word. Then next, sometimes they'll be giving you this only. They'll give you the answer. You have to write what is the combination. What is the combination? Now they'll tell you kitchen plus garden. What is the combination? You must write noun plus noun. Got that now? Now see. Now next is what? Noun plus verb. What is noun? A common noun, and then a verb. Verb is what? Action word, isn't it? Verb is what? Action word. So how will your combination? See the combination. Mouth is a common noun. See, noun. And what you are mixing it with? Wash. Mouth wash. So wash is a action word. So mouth wash. Mouth is separate. Wash is separate. Combine both together. A new word is formed. Mouthwash. You know what is mouthwash? That mouthwash, you know, no? That is, we gargle with it after you brush your teeth to not have any bad breath. We gargle with the mouthwash. Okay. The next one is verb plus noun. Now the verb comes this side. Action word comes this side, and then the noun comes this side. See, don't get mixed up. Okay, when the question is asked, correctly that word should come in front only. If a verb is asked means verb should come and then noun should go that side. Don't mix up like this. Don't mix up these two. Now verb is here. Now what's the verb here? Watch. Action word, watch. And then next is a noun, man. Man is a common noun, isn't it? So verb plus noun, watch, man. Got this now? This is a combination. See, watch is separate. This is watch, seeing watch. Man, okay, man, person. So both together, watchman. Okay. Now next, watchman is who guards our houses or buildings or whatever. The next is preposition. What are prepositions? Preposition already you learnt, isn't it? Preposition in, on, over, against, above. So these are the prepositions. So preposition plus a noun. See there, preposition and plus a noun. Over, coat. Over is the preposition. Coat is coat, whatever coat you're wearing. Okay, overcoat. Got that now? See this. Next is gerund plus noun. So far we learned about that. Now see the gerund. What is gerund? Gerund is that means there's ing put in on the word. See the bleaching powder. See ing. Got this ing here. See the gerund plus noun. That word will be having ing. So that is gerund. So bleaching powder. Noun. Okay, got that now? Noun plus gerund. Now gerund has to go that side. Ing word will go that side. So noun plus gerund is house is a verb, house is a noun plus gerund, keeping, housekeeping. Got it now? The next is, before I told you, no, two words or more than two words. That is only is gerund, and that is only compound word. So this is, see the three types of kinds of thing again. See the parts of speech. Three parts of speech. That is adjective, preposition, noun. Three. How we are going to join it? See that. Good is adjective. Preposition is what? For, from, in, on, all that you know, no? What are prepositions? The good, for, nothing. Nothing. Okay. So, got that now? Now next is noun, preposition, noun. So, you must get that properly. You should not, if this is asked means you should correctly place it in that same places. If this is noun means place the noun here. Preposition, place the preposition here and noun. Don't not any random word. That word should be correct. Okay. Now listen. Noun plus preposition, noun. Brother is a noun. In is a preposition, law is a noun. Now you got this now fully. Now the exercise given to you. Go through the exercise. This is page number 100 and 101 in your book. So there are so many exercises given. Go after you know this now how to do it. Do all the exercises. Hope you like the story of Mulan and the grammar part. Revise your portions. Thank you.